What if I told you that Oregon's most spectacular landscapes aren't where you think they are? While millions flock to Portland and the coast, there's an entire world of wonder hiding in plain sight across eastern Oregon that most travelers never discover. We're talking about places so cinematic, they've served as backdrops for major Hollywood films, yet remain virtually unknown to the outside world. Ancient fossils older than the dinosaurs, painted hills that look like they belong on Mars, and hot springs hidden in desert canyons that locals have kept secret for generations. Today, I'm taking you on a journey through extraordinary destinations that will completely transform how you see Oregon. These aren't just pretty places, they're windows into geological time, cultural history, and natural phenomena you won't find anywhere else on Earth. Whether you're planning your next adventure or exploring from your couch, prepare to discover an Oregon that travel guides barely mention. We'll uncover painted desert badlands that rival the Southwest, explore underground lava tubes that stretch for miles, and visit a lake so alkaline it turns pink. Plus, I'll reveal the exact coordinates and insider tips for each location. By the end of this journey, you'll understand why Eastern Oregon might just be America's best-kept travel secret. This towering fortress of red and orange rock holds secrets from when Oregon was completely underwater. Rising 550 feet from the Crooked River, Smith Rock isn't just a climbing destination, it's a geological time machine. These dramatic spires and cliff faces were formed 30 million years ago from volcanic ash and debris flows, then carved by centuries of wind and water into the cathedral-like formations we see today. What makes Smith Rock truly extraordinary is its accessibility. Unlike many spectacular rock formations that require technical climbing skills, you can experience world-class views from well-maintained hiking trails. The Misery Ridge Trail offers panoramic vistas that showcase the entire high desert landscape stretching toward the Cascade Mountains. Here's what most visitors miss. The best photography happens during the golden hour, when the iron-rich rock face glows like molten copper. Local photographers know to position themselves at the river trail, overlook just as the sun hits the western face of Monkey Face, the park's most famous spire. The climbing here is legendary. Smith Rock pioneered American sport climbing in the 1980s, and today attracts climbers from around the world. Even if you're not a climber, watching these athletes navigate routes with names like Chain Reaction and Just Do It is mesmerizing. Wildlife enthusiasts should keep their eyes peeled for golden eagles, prairie falcons, and river otters in the Crooked River below. The high desert ecosystem supports over 100 bird species and diverse plant life adapted to the region's dramatic temperature swings. But these towering cliffs are nothing compared to our next painted wonder, where the very ground beneath your feet tells the story of ancient climates. NASA scientists actually study this place to understand what Mars might have looked like millions of years ago. Welcome to the Painted Hills, where every layer of Earth tells a story spanning 35 million years. These rolling badlands showcase one of the most complete climate records on the planet, painted in brilliant reds, yellows, golds, and purples that shift with the light throughout the day. What you're seeing here isn't just pretty scenery, it's a visual timeline of ancient Oregon. The red layers formed during warm, humid periods when tropical forests covered the region. The yellow and gold bands represent cooler, drier climates. Each stripe is like a page in Earth's history book, preserving everything from ancient soils to volcanic ash from eruptions hundreds of miles away. The magic happens at sunrise and sunset, when the low-angled light brings out colors that seem almost artificial in their intensity. Most tourists visit during midday and miss the true spectacle. Local photographers know to arrive an hour before sunset, when the western light transforms these hills into glowing works of art. Here's an insider secret. The colors actually change with the seasons. Spring rains intensify the reds and golds, while winter frost can bring out subtle purples and blues you won't see any other time of year. The claystone becomes almost luminescent after a light rain shower. The best viewpoint isn't the main overlook everyone photographs. Take the easy half-mile trail to the Carroll Rim Trail for panoramic views that show the painted hills in context with the surrounding high desert landscape. You'll understand why this area inspired countless Western films and continues to captivate geologists from around the world. Speaking of otherworldly landscapes, wait until you see what's hiding beneath the ground in our next destination, a palace that took 30 million years to build. Deep underground lies a palace that took 30 million years to build, and it's still under construction. The Oregon Caves National Monument, known as the Marble Halls of Oregon, represents one of the most complex cave systems in the American West. Carved entirely from marble by slightly acidic groundwater, these caverns showcase geological artistry that rivals anything humans have ever created. What makes these caves extraordinary isn't just their beauty, it's that they're alive. The formations you'll see are actively growing. Stalactites drip mineral-rich water that adds microscopic layers each year, continuing a process that began when this marble was still ancient ocean floor limestone. The standard tour takes you through chambers with names like the Ghost Room and Paradise Lost, where flowstone formations cascade like frozen waterfalls and delicate soda straws hang from ceilings like crystal chandeliers. But here's what most visitors don't know. Advanced tours are available that take you into undeveloped sections where you'll crawl through passages and see formations so pristine they've never been touched by human hands. Photography enthusiasts should ask about special photo permits that allow tripod use and extended time in key chambers. The play of light and shadow in these marble halls creates opportunities for stunning long exposure shots that capture details invisible to the naked eye. The cave maintains a constant 44 degrees year-round, making it a natural refuge during both summer heat and winter cold. This stable environment has preserved formations that would have been destroyed by temperature fluctuations elsewhere. Above ground, the surrounding Steens Mountains offer hiking trails through old-growth forests that few tourists explore. The diversity of plant life here includes species found nowhere else on Earth. From these underground palaces, we emerge to discover celestial waters that hold sacred significance spanning thousands of years. This isn't just a lake, it's a 7,700-year-old time capsule that holds secrets both geological and spiritual. Crater Lake formed when Mount Mazama collapsed in on itself during a catastrophic eruption, creating a caldera that slowly filled with snow melt and rainwater over millennia. What you're looking at is some of the purest water on Earth, so clear that objects remain visible at depths of over 100 feet. But the Eastern Rim offers experiences that most of the 2 million annual visitors never discover. While crowds gather at the main viewpoints on Rim Drive, The eastern section provides solitude and perspectives that reveal the lake's true scale and mystery. The Klamath tribes consider this lake sacred, calling it Ge-Waz. According to their oral traditions, the lake was formed during a battle between the spirit of the sky and the spirit of the mountain. For thousands of years, tribal members would come here for vision quests and spiritual ceremonies. This cultural significance adds layers of meaning that transform a simple scenic stop into something profound. Here's your insider tip. The best viewpoint isn't marked on any map. Take the trail that branches off from the Watchman Overlook and follow it east for about a quarter mile. You'll find a small clearing that provides an unobstructed view of Wizard Island with the Phantom Ship Rock Formation in perfect alignment, a composition that professional photographers guard jealously. The eastern rim also offers the clearest views of the lake's incredible depth. At 1,943 feet deep, Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States and the 9th deepest in the world. The intense blue color comes from the depth and purity of the water, which absorbs longer wavelengths of light and reflects back only the brilliant blues. But if you think this water is remarkable, wait until you see natural hot springs bubbling up from volcanic depths in the middle of Oregon's high desert. In the middle of nowhere, natural hot springs bubble up from volcanic depths, creating an oasis that feels like discovering a secret corner of paradise. Hart Mountain Hot Springs sits in one of Oregon's most remote locations, surrounded by the Hart Mountain National Antelope Refuge. Getting here requires a 20-mile drive on gravel roads, but that isolation is exactly what makes this place magical. These are among the few completely undeveloped hot springs remaining in Oregon. No facilities, no fees, just you and the natural thermal waters. The springs maintain a consistent temperature between 98 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, fed by geothermal activity deep beneath the high desert floor. What makes Hart Mountain special is the setting. You'll soak in naturally formed pools while gazing across vast expanses of sagebrush country toward distant mountain ranges. Wildlife viewing here is extraordinary. The Hart Mountain Refuge protects one of the largest pronghorn antelope herds in the Pacific Northwest. These graceful animals, often mistaken for deer, can run at speeds up to 60 miles per hour and frequently graze within sight of the hot springs. You might also spot bighorn sheep, sage grouse, and over 240 bird species. The best time to visit is late spring through early fall when the access road is reliably passable. Winter visitors should come prepared for challenging conditions, but you'll have the springs entirely to yourself. Summer evenings offer the ultimate experience, soaking under star-filled skies so dark you can see the Milky Way in stunning detail. Camping is allowed throughout the refuge, and many visitors set up near the springs for multi-day stays. The silence here is profound. No traffic, no cell service, just the sound of water bubbling from the earth and wind moving through the sagebrush. These ancient landscapes lead us to living geology, where the Earth's forces remain actively at work. This mountain rises from desert floor to alpine peaks in just 30 miles, creating one of the most dramatic elevation changes in North America. Steens Mountain isn't technically a mountain at all. It's a massive fault block that tilted upward over millions of years, creating a landscape so unique that it's been designated as a national wild and scenic area. The western face rises gradually through high desert terrain, while the eastern escarpment drops nearly a vertical mile to the Alvord Desert below. What makes Steens extraordinary is how it compresses multiple ecosystems into a relatively small area. You'll drive through sagebrush desert, aspen groves, mountain meadows, and finally reach alpine environments typically found much farther north. This vertical journey showcases how elevation creates climate zones more dramatically than latitude. The Steens Mountain Loop Road provides access to this vertical world, but it's only open seasonally due to snow. When accessible, this scenic drive takes you to overlooks that reveal landscapes stretching to the horizon in every direction. The East Rim viewpoint offers perspectives across the Alvord Desert that make you feel like you're looking down from an airplane. Wildlife diversity here matches the ecosystem variety. You might encounter pronghorn antelope in the lower elevations, elk and deer in the forests, and mountain goats on the highest peaks. The area supports over 170 bird species, including golden eagles and peregrine falcons that nest on the steep eastern cliffs. Here's the insider secret. The best experience happens during the brief wildflower season, in late June and early July, when mountain meadows explode with lupine paintbrush and dozens of other alpine species. The contrast between blooming meadows and the stark desert visible thousands of feet below is unforgettable. The Alvord Desert at the base of the eastern escarpment offers another unique experience. This ancient lakebed becomes a perfectly flat player when dry, creating natural runways that attract land sailing enthusiasts and photographers seeking mirror-like reflections after rare rain events. From these mountain heights, we descend underground to explore tunnels carved by molten rock. Walk through the same tube that carried molten rock 80,000 years ago, in Oregon's longest lava tube open to the public. Lava River Cave stretches for over a mile underground, created when a river of molten basalt flowed beneath a hardening crust. When the lava drained away, it left behind this perfectly preserved tunnel that offers a unique window into Oregon's volcanic past. What makes this cave remarkable is its accessibility and scale. Unlike many lava tubes that require technical caving skills, Lava River Cave features a well-maintained trail that allows anyone to explore this underground world. The main passage is large enough to walk upright in most sections, with cathedral-like chambers that showcase the raw power of volcanic forces. The temperature inside remains a constant 42 degrees year-round, making it a natural refrigerator that provided ice storage for early settlers. Bring layers and a reliable flashlight. The darkness here is absolute once you move beyond the entrance zone. As you explore deeper into the cave, you'll see evidence of the lava flow that created this tunnel. Smooth, rope-like formations on the walls show where molten rock flowed like thick honey. Breakdown areas reveal where the ceiling has collapsed over millennia, and side passages hint at an even more complex underground network. Here's what to look for. About halfway through the cave, you'll find the sand garden, where fine volcanic sand has been sculpted by air currents into ripple patterns that look almost identical to wind patterns on desert dunes. Most visitors walk right past this subtle but fascinating feature. The cave also supports unique ecosystems adapted to perpetual darkness and cold. Several species of bats use the cave for winter hibernation, and specialized insects and spiders live their entire lives in this underground environment. Wildlife above ground includes the cave's most famous residents, Townsend's big-eared bats, which emerge at dusk in clouds visible from the cave entrance. The surrounding ponderosa pine forest provides habitat for deer, elk, and numerous bird species. Our final destination combines all of eastern Oregon's wonders in one spectacular mountain range. These peaks rise higher than anything in the Cascades, yet remain virtually unknown to most travelers. Oregon's best-kept alpine secret. The Wallowa Mountains stretch across northeastern Oregon like a miniature version of the Swiss Alps, complete with glacially carved peaks, pristine alpine lakes, and meadows that explode with wildflowers each summer. Despite containing Oregon's highest peaks outside of the Cascades, including Sacagawea Peak at 9,845 feet, the Wallowas see a fraction of the visitors that flock to more famous mountain ranges. What makes the Wallowas extraordinary is their geological diversity and dramatic relief. These mountains rise nearly 8,000 feet above the surrounding valleys in just a few miles, creating some of the most spectacular scenery in the American West. The range combines granite peaks reminiscent of the Sierra Nevada with limestone formations that create unique cave systems and unusual rock formations. Wallowa Lake, nestled at the base of the range, provides the perfect introduction to this alpine wonderland. A historic tramway carries visitors 3,700 feet up Mount Howard for panoramic views that reveal the full scope of the Wallowa Wilderness. From this vantage point, you can see over 50 peaks and understand why early explorers called this area the Switzerland of America. The hiking opportunities here rival anything in the Rocky Mountains. The lake's basin area contains over 60 alpine lakes connected by trails that wind through flower-filled meadows and past waterfalls that tumble hundreds of feet down granite cliffs. The Ice Lake Trail, in particular, leads to a pristine cirque lake surrounded by towering peaks that remain snow-capped well into summer. Here's the insider secret. The best access point isn't the crowded Wallowa Lake area. The Hurricane Creek trailhead provides entry to some of the range's most spectacular scenery with far fewer crowds. The trail leads to waterfalls, alpine lakes, and eventually to the heart of the Eagle Cap Wilderness. Wildlife in the Wallowas includes mountain goats, elk herds that number in the thousands, and one of Oregon's few populations of Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. The area also supports black bears, cougars, and lynx in its dense forests. This brings us to the end of our Eastern Oregon Odyssey, but really, it's just the beginning of your own journey of discovery. Eastern Oregon represents one of America's most diverse and underexplored regions, containing geological wonders spanning 500 million years of Earth's history, from painted badlands that reveal ancient climates to underground rivers of stone, from healing hot springs to treasure-filled hills. This corner of Oregon offers experiences you simply can't find anywhere else. What we've discovered together challenges everything most people think they know about Oregon. This isn't just a land of coastal rainforests and urban centers. It's a place of infinite geological and cultural diversity where every destination tells a unique story about our planet's past and present. Each location we've explored offers its own opportunities for adventure and discovery. Whether you're drawn to the technical climbing at Smith Rock or the spiritual solitude of Hart Mountain Hot Springs, Eastern Oregon provides experiences that will stay with you long after you return home. As these incredible places gain recognition, Visiting now means experiencing them in their most pristine, uncrowded state. You're now armed with local knowledge that most Oregon visitors never discover. You're part of the community that truly understands this state's hidden heart. The question isn't whether Eastern Oregon will surprise you. It's how many of these incredible places will make it onto your must-visit list. Pack your sense of adventure, bring your camera, and prepare to discover an Oregon that exists far beyond the guidebooks. Your Eastern Oregon adventure awaits.